and we have covered up to types of thermocouple, right? Now in today's class, we will continue the same thing with starting with the discussion on laws of thermocouple. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Laws of thermocouple. Okay, two laws we will see. This is important question. Law number one. The name of or the title of this law number one is law of intermediate temperature. Law of intermediate temperature. Okay. According to this law, if suppose we have two dissimilar metal, right? Black color one metal, red color another metal, they are joined and their junctions are T1, T2, T3, and we are observing E1 potential and E2 potential. So instead of having these three junction, if we have only two junctions, T1 and T3, where the temperature of T1 and T3 will maintain, then we can observe that the EMF will be same as that of EMF, which is because of two pairs of junctions. One is T1 T2, another one T2 T3. Hope you are understanding me.
Yes, sir.
I uh, can I repeat?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You see, if suppose we have two material, but instead of only two junctions, we have three junctions, right? Instead of two junctions, we have three junctions. If suppose the EMF because of junction T1 and T2 is E1, and EMF because of junction T2 and T3 is E2, this effect will be same as that of if we observe or if we maintain only two junctions T1 and T3 and measure the loop potential, we will get same EMF, E1 plus E2 as that of this case. So I just read the statement. If two dissimilar metal produce an EMF E1 with junction temperature T1 and T2 and EMF E2 with junction temperature T2 and T3, then the EMF generated with junction T1 and T3, okay, will be E1 plus E2. Hope it is clear to everybody.
Yes, sir.
The purpose of this is to perform temperature compensation operation. Temperature compensation operation. Okay. Next is law of intermediate
Yes,
metal.
sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any doubt? Any doubt?
No, sir. I'll be copying.
Yeah, I started. Yeah. Law of intermediate metal. According to this law, if suppose instead of only two material, we have an additional material. Okay. What is the characteristics of this material? We don't know. Which is actually used in order to have a joint connection from thermocouple to a distance place. Then you see whatever material we will use, there will be no effect of this in net EMF. If suppose in one case we are using material 1 in addition to thermocouple combination, and in another case we are using material 2 in addition to thermocouple combination, you see we are getting same EMF. So I just read the standard definition of this law. Law of intermediate metal. According to this law, a third material can always be added to a circuit with no effect on net EMF, as long as that, what is the condition? This temperature and this temperature must remain same. If we maintain the temperature constant, if suppose in this case temperature is the difference of temperature T1 minus T2 is X. And in this case also, the difference of temperature T1 minus T2 should be X. Then only both EMF will remains the same. Even though we change the additional wire which is connected to thermocouple. Hope it is clear to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Sir, as long as it's extreme.
Extremes are maintained at same temperature. Extremes are nothing but junctions, right? Extremes are nothing but junctions. Junctions is nothing but T1 minus T2 temperature. Hope it is clear to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the use of this particular law? The use of this particular law is, we all know that to thermocouple, if in order to provide a connection to a distance place, we need to use an additional wire, right? So what is the material additional wire may be using? Nobody knows. So because of having this type of law, we cannot give any guidelines for making the material, what type of combination of material, connecting material should be made up of. That guidelines need not to be supplied to the user. So hope it is clear to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now moving to the last topic of thermocouple, that is nothing but huh, series and parallel connection of thermocouple. Sometimes what happen is, in order to meet the requirement of application, we need to either increase the range or we need to decrease the range, right, of thermocouple. For that, sometimes we go for series connection and sometimes we go for parallel connection, right? Hope it is clear to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
This type of case is actually termed as thermopile. You may get a question, write short note on thermopile, or what is thermopile, what is the purpose of thermopile, right? Okay, write down. Take a notebook and write down this thing. Several thermocouples, several thermocouples can be connected in series, can be connected in series or in parallel. Several thermocouples can be connected in series or in parallel so as to meet the requirement of, so as to meet the requirement of application, so as to meet the requirement of application. This is called as thermopile. This is called as thermopile. This is called as thermopile. Okay. Let E1, E2, E3, so on up to En are the EMF generated by individual thermocouple. Then total EMF for a series connected thermocouples will be E1 plus E2 plus E3 so on up to En. And for parallel connected, it is equal to E1 plus E2 so on up to En whole divided by capital N. Hope it is clear to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this much is enough for thermocouples. So I told you it is based on Seebeck effect. According to this, if two dissimilar metals are welded or joined together in series, we can observe an EMF generated. It is an example of active transducer. So this is the block diagram of thermocouple, junction temperature or reference temperature. This is temperature, the junction which is exposed to the hot body. I'm considering one typical combination of material. First combination is nickel, second combination is chromal. So if we take a voltmeter, we can observe EMF generated. So EMF cannot give you information in terms of degrees C or Fahrenheit. What to do? We need to check the data sheet of the manufacturer. Manufacturer provide a data sheet, which is nothing but an Excel type of or a table, typically of 3 columns. In one column, serial numbers are available. In second column, the voltage available, starting from minimum value to maximum value, and in third column the corresponding temperature values are available. What we will do is we take the help of some Arduino or microcontroller in order to transform this index voltage into the corresponding temperature value, and that value can be displayed on a typical display. So this is about thermocouple uh, measurement procedure and the principle behind that. Types of thermocouple. As I told you, basically thermocouples are classified into two types based upon the combination of material which is used to make thermocouple. One belonging to the category of base metal, another is belonging to the category of noble metal. So these are the few examples of thermocouple made with base metal: type J, type K, type T, type E. Thermocouple made with noble metals are usually used to meet the high temperature measurement requirement. So little bit expensive they are in comparison to base metal. So I have taken a typical example of one of the thermocouple. So I have taken type K because sometime a question is coming. So in that case, you can use this version type K. So in this, chromium and nickel are the combination used to make the thermocouple, and it covers the range -270 to 1260 degree, right? 1260 degree. Then we have seen laws of thermocouple. First law, law of intermediate temperature. According to this law, if suppose we have two metals only, but instead of having two junctions, if we maintain three junctions and have two EMFs in one case, and in another case we maintain two junctions and measures the EMF. Then if suppose the extreme junctions T1 and T3 in this case and T1 and T3 in this case both remain the same thing, then the individual voltage sum will be equal to the voltage obtained because of only one pair of junction. So this is called as law of intermediate temperature. So using the use of this law is to provide compensation for temperature. Next, second law, law of intermediate metal. According to this law, which is used for extension wire interface. So If a third material is added, then there won't be any effect in the net EMF as long as the extreme temperatures are maintained constant. So this much is enough. Okay, then finally, I have taken the case of series and parallel connection of thermocouple, which is called as thermopile. What is the motivation for this? If suppose the application requirement is not meeting with single thermocouple and we need to go for series combination or parallel combination, then in that case we do series or parallel connection. According to this, if it is connected in series, we will get the total EMF as algebraic sum of the individual EMF generating by individual thermocouples, and if it is connected in parallel, we will get the mean value. Okay, get the mean value. So hope it is clear to everybody. What is time now? Shall I stop or should I continue the next unit? Yes, I
Yes,
want
sir.
your opinion.